welcome each and every one of you, and thank you so much for being here. To all who have joined us tonight, the Bronx Chamber of Commerce, the 3rd Avenue Business Improvement District, Destination Tomorrow, the New York City Department of Health and Mental Hygiene, the Mayor's Office of Nightlife, our LGBTQIA+ business owners and entrepreneurs, as well as our office's LGBTQIA+ task force who is here. A round of applause for everyone who's joining us tonight. It's windy out here. We cannot and we will not do this work alone. We need all of our credible messengers and our trusted partners who are on the ground doing this work each and every day to be our voices, to help us in this work, to disseminate information, to make sure that we are doing our part to save our brothers and sisters, to make sure that everyone is healthy, well, and safe. While the Department of Health has recently reported that more than 88,000 New Yorkers have been vaccinated, and there is a decline in the transmission rate for monkeypox, we know that inequities continue to exist. The numbers within our communities, particularly communities of color, among African American and Latino men, are still high when compared to other groups. As of September 17th, it is reported that out of 3,472 monkeypox cases citywide, 1,122 are from the Latino and Hispanic community, 901 cases among African Americans, and 781 are from the Caucasian community. Our Monkeypox Night of Action this evening intends to address this disparity by providing information to all of our communities, our CBOs, and our trusted partners who need this information, working alongside our healthcare partners and all of our different organizations, including the Bronx Chamber, our business improvement districts, as well as many of our business owners. We will not let the Bronx be forgotten nor ignored, and health is a top priority for this administration led by our Mayor, Eric Adams. We are grateful for the city opening sites to facilitate access to not only the vaccine, but healthcare, mental health, therapeutic services, wraparound services, and making sure that there is antiviral care. The treatment that these centers are now offering not only provides the vaccine, but we are also making sure that we provide services both in the short term and the long term. Most recently, I have to announce and acknowledge, I'm very excited, the new Tremont Clinic has opened in the Tremont community at 1826 Arthur Avenue. Thank you. Thank you so much to our mayor and the Department of Health, as well as Lincoln Hospital, our Health and Hospitals Corporation here on 149th Street and 3rd Avenue has opened as a site. Community-based partners like Destination Tomorrow, Osborne Association are very active, Amita Care, and so many others in providing critical access to the vaccination, but we truly know that much more needs to be done. If we can remove the hurdles and we can reduce some of the barriers that many of our brothers and sisters are facing when it comes to the vaccine, making sure that sites are convenient, they're in transit-rich areas, we have language access, cultural sensitivity, and we understand the diverse community that we represent here in the Bronx. Since the monkeypox virus came here to the city of New York, we've had many conversations. We are zoomed out. We've had a number of Zoom calls with DOHMH from our commissioner and his team, as well as many of our partners that are a part of the LGBTQIA+ task force. And one of the critical messages that we consistently heard, you have to come to the community. You have to walk the streets. You have to do outreach in the communities that are hard to reach. You have to talk to sex workers. You have to talk to different industries that are affected but don't feel connected to government. for many different reasons. And I'm so grateful that this night of action is our efforts to do that in partnership with all of the organizations who are here. We want to reduce those barriers. We want to make sure that the vaccine and the wraparound healthcare services are accessible to everyone, no matter where you live in the Bronx, what zip code you reside in, what your status is, it does not matter. Because when you are given the vaccine, it lessens your likability to get monkeypox as well as other health disparities that we are facing right now in the Bronx. Not only are we working with many clients, but we are protecting their partners and loved ones and family members as well. So again, I thank you all for being here and certainly want to recognize the Department of Health and Mental Hygiene, tabling, giving out information. It's all free, gratis, free. And I am truly grateful to the Bronx Chamber of Commerce, our President and CEO, Lisa Soren, as well as the 3rd Avenue BID, Destination Tomorrow, the Department of Health and Mental Hygiene, the Mayor's Office of Nightlife, as well as all of our business leaders and community advocates. Thank you for being the strong voices that are necessary. Thank you for putting your commitment and your action all together. At the end of the day, we know the data, we know the statistics, but guess what? The statistics will not define who we are, but rather our commitment. And we will turn those statistics into success stories, and we will do our part to keep our people, our brothers and our sisters safe and healthy here in the Bronx and beyond. So I want to thank all of you for being here. I welcome you. And now I want to recognize our communications director on behalf of the Bronx Chamber of Commerce, a trusted partner, a great advocate for all of our businesses in the Bronx. Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Billups Brady. Thank you, Tony. So windy. Thank you.
Hey everyone, totally unprepared. So first of all, I'd like to say, make sure that everybody gets vaccinated. That's the main thing, that if you have the ability to get vaccinated, take advantage of that, just due to the fact that we just need to make sure as many people as possible get the vaccine. So we try to do with what we get at the chamber, we try to make sure that people have the correct information. We hand out pamphlets all the time, making sure that no one feels that they're discriminated against with this disease. So thank you, just take your time and get vaccinated. Thank you.
Thank you. No problem. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tony, on behalf of the Bronx Chamber of Commerce. We appreciate it. And I also want to certainly recognize my team who is here, our Director of Health and Human Services, Dr. Nancy Keck, and the health team at my office. Raphael Roger, our acting president of the BOEDC, our Economic Development Corporation. Everyone knows Michael Ivory, our communications director. Alexis Ruiz, who works in our community board unit, but is leading our LGBTQIA+ task force. Thank you so much, Alexis. Alexis puts together all of these calls, all of these Zooms, to make sure that we have all the information that we are sharing. And to my entire team, thank you so much. We are ready, willing, able. We are out here with all of you to walk this walk, to talk the talk, to make sure that we do our part to keep our residents safe and healthy. And next, I want to recognize and call up our Executive Director of the 3rd Avenue Business Improvement District, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Brady. Thank you.
Firstly, thank you so much to the Bronx Borough President, Vanessa Gibson, for calling to action something that is so vitally important to our communities, particularly our communities in the Bronx. As the Borough President had mentioned, so often we are left behind. So often our public health is under threat. This night of action and the sustained strategy that is accompanying it will ensure that Bronxites are, number one, getting the information that they need, and number two, learning how to manage their health care. So with that being said, I am grateful to the Borough President, the entire team, New York City Department of Health and Mental Hygiene, the Office of Nightlife, and all of our partners who are here today. Because public health is public wealth.
That's right.
Public health is public wealth. If there is a message that you leave here today, know that. If we are healthier, we will have more money in our pockets, we will be able to be more effective employees at work, better entrepreneurs, and we will be able to invest in our communities. So thank you. Thank you again to the Borough President for all of your work and dedication to the Bronx's busiest commercial corridor, welcoming 350,000 Bronxites a day, and I look forward to our work tonight.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Michael, to you and the Third Avenue Bid. Thank you so much for allowing us to be here in your space at Roberto Clemente Plaza, right here in the hub, one of our most busiest commercial corridors in the Bronx. This is a place where you have so many businesses that are providing critical services that are so valuable to our borough. I agree, as it has been said, health is wealth and wealth is health. And if we do nothing as a society, as community partners and elected officials, we must invest in our overall health. And that's what tonight's Night of Action is all about. On behalf of Destination Tomorrow and our Executive Director, Sean Coleman, I'd like to recognize our Chief Development Program Officer, ladies and gentlemen, Sage Rivera.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, don't we have the best borough president in New York City?
Oh my God, don't
Don't
tell
we?
my colleagues that.
Look, thank you so much, Vanessa. Thank you, colleagues, and thank you, organizations and community members present. Again, my name is Sage Rivera. I am the Chief Development Programs Officer for Destination Tomorrow, the Bronx's LGBTQ Center. Okay? We have a host of programming at our center, but in regards to what we're talking about today, one thing that we have learned at our center and the work that we've been doing is that we must keep the messaging consistent, and we must keep going out there and spreading the word and make it loud and make it proud so everybody learns and understands what is going on. This pandemic or this problem, this issue, this concern started a long time ago, and still a lot of people out there haven't been able to get the education that they desperately need in order to understand and take the steps that are necessary to protect and prevent from being harmed by it. So sorry. What we've also learned, and what we also want to keep to the forefront, is that we don't want to allow ignorance to fester in the face of stigma, because right now, with what we're facing, it's very, very easy to fall into the trap of what's going on, because it's so prevalent amongst people of color and affecting so much the LGBTQ community. All right, this is a skin-to-skin contact disease, plain and simple. All right, and just because there are higher numbers in one community than another, every pandemic, every disease has to start from somewhere. Okay, so we must protect each other and create a brother and sisterhood, or we must create a hood for those of us who are outside of the binary, and really, really come with compassion and understanding and be able to face and educate each other in ways that we all can understand. That's why at Destination Tomorrow we have something called the MAP program, and the MAP program was thanks to the Mayor's Office and the Department of Health, in which we empowered various community-based organizations to take out the messaging and empower gatekeepers to create tailored messaging in ways that communities can understand. And at Destination Tomorrow, we're going out to the different places all over the Bronx, reaching out to the different communities and where people congregate in English and Spanish, and speaking out authentically in a way that messaging can only be delivered by the gatekeepers that we empower. At Destination Tomorrow, like Vanessa said, we offer vaccination on site. You just have to give us a call. We have pamphlets right there on our table. Please give us a call and give us an appointment if you want to get your first dose vaccination. We're hoping to offer second doses very soon, but we can also do referrals to the various second dose sites, like Vanessa said, at Tremont and the Central Harlem location. And we're looking for more people, more gatekeepers to continue to empower, to bring the messaging out there. And we've been doing some brainstorming, and I want to just experiment with y'all real quick around some of the messaging that we've created. In the Bronx, when we want to get things, we want to get to the point, and we want to get to it quick. So I'm going to finish with this, all right? Everybody say, get vaxxed.
Get back.
Say it louder, get vaxxed.
Get back.
So when I say get the facts and, that's it. And in Spanish, everybody say pa cuando. Everybody say pa cuando. El vacuna? If you know Spanish, you know what that means. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sage, and thank you to the work that's done by Destination Tomorrow. We are so grateful for all of your incredible work. And you know, ladies and gentlemen, this is really about education. This is about educating our people, empowering our people, and making sure we do our best to reduce and eliminate stigmas. We know that oftentimes in our communities, it is not encouraged to go out to get the vaccine, to talk to your primary care doctor, to talk to someone at your neighborhood clinic. But we want to make sure that through all of our efforts, we're doing our part to make it easier and more attractive, and really promoting a lot of the organizations that are already here doing this great work. So now I'd like to recognize another great partner. We could not do this work without the incredible work of the New York City Department of Health and Mental Hygiene, and more specifically, the Bronx Neighborhood Health Center right in our borough, led by our Assistant Commissioner, ladies and gentlemen, Anita Reyes. Yeah.
Thank you.
Queen of Health Box, Health Box.
Thank you, Bronx Borough President. It is a pleasure to work with the Bronx Borough President, Vanessa Gibson. She's always at the forefront of everything. And in this emergency, she's called us and made sure that we are here today to have this night of action. So I want to thank all the partners too. It's been great getting to work with the partners to get the message out. We need you. We cannot do it by ourselves. So I just want to reiterate a couple of the things that the borough president mentioned. One of the things is that we are seeing a decrease in the number of cases. So that's exciting, right? The numbers are going down. We're also seeing that there's less transmission in the community. But this is all thanks to vaccination, to the city efforts, to the elected officials, the community partners, and the residents who are out there really giving the information to their neighbors, their friends, their family members. So I think that it is important that we recognize that everyone is helping to get this message out there. I also want to say that so far we've given about 100,000 vaccines. So the numbers have gone up. At the new site, we do know that there's access. Access is an issue. So we want to get more vaccination sites. So we opened up the one at Tremont, which is at 1826 Arthur Avenue. We're there from Monday through Saturday from 11 to 7. So it is important that you get the information out there and tell people you don't need appointments anymore. You could go there to get your first dose or your second dose. And also it is important to know that the Department of Health has already expanded eligibility. So that means that any New Yorker under the age of 18 that qualifies can go and get vaccinated there. The other thing is that there's also sex workers. We want to make sure that people are protected. And so this is the way that you're going to get protected. So any sex workers that are eligible for this can go there and get vaccinated. And then lastly, I just want to leave you with this message. And the message is, it is important that we as New Yorker seek care if you're not well. So if you have a rash or there's something going on, seek care. There's a lot of different health care services in the community that can help you. So please feel free to reach out to the health department. Feel free to reach out to our community partners who are doing such a great job to gather more information. And I'm so excited that the Bronx has a leader like the Bronx Borough President to say, let's do a night out, a night of action. So I'm super excited to walk around and give information and talk to the community. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much to our Assistant Commissioner, Anita Reyes. And again, the health department has been a tremendous partner, and many of you know I love to be out and about in the community and talking, and this is the best way you get the message out. Not everyone is connected to social media and other outlets of communication. And so the reality is, if we walk the blocks, walk the streets, occupy the corners, do nights of outreach, that's how we get information out. I also want to acknowledge, before I introduce our final speaker, that members of the New York City Council of the LGBT Caucus a few weeks ago did a night of action led by our Health Committee Chair, Queens Councilmember Lynn Schulman, and other members of the caucus, and they went out to the nightlife industry. So they went to the bars and they went to restaurants and they talked to a lot of the patrons about getting the vaccination. And so again, we have to be creative and innovative in our our approaches. We cannot think a one-size-fits-all approach is going to transcend across 5 boroughs. It doesn't work like that. The Bronx is very unique. We do things differently uptown, and we want to make sure that we have the resources and the partners at City Hall, here at Borough Hall, that are helping us along the way. So I'm very grateful to have our Executive Director of the New York City Office of Nightlife, which I'm proud to say during my time at the City Council, I was a part of creating this New York City Office of Nightlife. I need to enjoy it a little bit more, but that's another conversation. But ladies and gentlemen, our Executive Director of the New York City Office of Nightlife, please help me welcome Ariel Palitz.
Of course. Thank you so much, Borough President. Thank you so much for the invitation, and you can come out with me anytime. Anytime. So, my name is Ariel Palitz. I am the Executive Director of the Office of Nightlife, which is a non-enforcement liaison between the nightlife industry, community, and the city. The Office of Nightlife takes a very serious approach to harm reduction to some of the very serious issues that face the nightlife community, whether it be addressing mental health issues for employees or helping to train patrons and employees for Narcan prevention and fentanyl overdose prevention. And so we really want to impart that we know that our nightlife venues are really well positioned and have a great opportunity to be able to be where people gather and to share and learn information about how not only to protect themselves but to protect each other. Nightlife is an opportunity where people can look out for each other and gather that information. And so with that said, that is what we are doing here today. And although the monkeypox outbreak is a citywide concern and not necessarily a nightlife issue, we really do look to our nightlife operators and community to make sure that we are spreading the information that people need, which is make sure you get vaccinated. Nightlife operators, put up posters that you can find at nyc.gov/monkeypox. You can put up the information in your bathrooms, in your back of house. Again, what the Borough President said, education really is the key, and nightlife is the opportunity where people can gather, learn information, share information, and look out for each other to make sure that we are really helping to spread the information to help stop the spread of monkeypox. So thank you again so much, and I am so grateful to be part of this important team. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ariel. To our New York City Office of Nightlife and to the staff, we want to thank you. So as we wrap up this press conference, we are not done yet. We have literature that we're going to be giving out that's in English and Spanish that talks about protecting yourself and others from monkeypox. And as we mentioned, education, promotion, outreach, talking to our businesses and many of our partners here in the hub, and even beyond that. We need our partners in the media to help us get this message across the borough. We've had many residents call the office not knowing if they are in the at-risk community, but still reaching out because they know what's going on. They know that monkeypox is a real reality, and out of the city of New York, the Bronx has almost 15% of those cases. And so while many may not think it's alarming for me because that's still 15% of our borough's population have been affected by monkeypox. And so I and we all take that very personal. In the midst of everything that is going on here in the Bronx and the city of New York, we knew that it was important to do this night of outreach and this night of action. And so again, I want to thank all of our partners, beginning with the Health Department and the 3rd Avenue Business Improvement District, the Bronx Chamber of Commerce, Destination Tomorrow, the New York City Office of Nightlife, as well as the Office of the Bronx Borough President. We thank you so much. We look forward to working with you. Keep up the message on getting vaccinated. Get vaccinated. Get vaccinated. Thank you so much, everyone. We look forward to the work ahead. Thank you so much.